In the name of God, I am Kamande Kashi, and I am here with the 15th section of the International Transport Training. I have dedicated the 15th section to familiarization with the types of vehicles in road transport. Please stay with me. Vehicles in road transport are divided into two categories: non-articulated vehicles, which are called rigid vehicles, and articulated vehicles. Non-articulated vehicles are those that have a fixed cargo area and are generally made of one part. But articulated vehicles are those that are formed by the connection and combination of two or more vehicles. One of these vehicles is motorized and the rest are without a motor or driving force. Usually the part that has the motorized vehicle is called the tractor, and the other part, which is without a motor or driving force, is called the trailer or semi-trailer. The maximum length, width, and height of articulated vehicles are 35.18, 6.2, and 5.4 meters, respectively, and the maximum weight they can have is 40 tons. The first vehicle we want to get to know in this section is the pickup truck, which you have all seen many times on the streets or on the roads. A pickup truck is a cargo vehicle in which the driver's cabin and the cargo area are two separate compartments but are located on a single chassis. The total weight of the vehicle and its cargo capacity can vary from 5 to 6 tons. The length of this vehicle is 4 meters, its width is 2 meters, and its height is also 2 meters, and the capacity it can load is a maximum of 3 tons. In the next section, we want to get to know different types of trucks: covered trucks, refrigerated trucks, and flatbed trucks. A covered truck is a truck whose cargo area is built as a covered compartment. A refrigerated truck is a covered truck whose cargo area has cooling equipment and a generator. You have repeatedly seen trucks for transporting chicken and dairy products on the streets and roads. And a flatbed truck is a truck in which a resistant wall is extended from the floor of the cargo area to a height of 80 centimeters to protect the cargo. In this section, we'll get to know the two-axle six-wheel cabin truck. These trucks are used for transporting goods with a tonnage greater than what can be loaded by a pickup truck. If you recall, we mentioned that the maximum loading capacity for a pickup truck is up to 3 tons. However, for two-axle six-wheel cabin trucks, we have a loading capacity of up to 10 tons. The length and width of these trucks are 5.8 to 6 meters and 2.20 meters, respectively. The next vehicle we'll introduce in this section is the three-axle 10-wheel cabin truck. These trucks are used for transporting loads that are larger than what a six-wheel cabin truck can handle. With these trucks, the maximum loading capacity is up to 15 tons. The length of these trucks is 6.8 to 7 meters, and their width is 2.25 meters. And now in this section, we'll look at the most common type of canopy truck, which is widely used in land and road transport. We know it as a tilt truck or a canopy truck, which is a 5-axle, 18-wheel truck. These trucks are used for transit and for low-volume cargo. Their length is 12 to 13.60 meters, and their width is 2.50 meters. The height from the cargo floor to the canopy is 2.55 to 2.70 meters, and the capacity they can load depending on the truck's weight varies up to 25 tons. When you send a quote request to a transport company, they usually quote you for up to 20 tons. After 20 tons, for each additional ton, the freight charge might vary because some of them can load up to 22 tons, some up to 24 tons, and some up to 25 tons. Another very common and widely used type of truck in international transport and transit is the 5-axle, 18-wheel flatbed truck. As you can see in the picture, these trucks are used for transporting machinery, metals, metal coils, and especially for 20-foot and 40-foot containers. On these trucks, we can load one 40-foot container or two 20-foot containers. The bed length of these trucks is 12 to 13.60 meters. Their width is 2.40 to 2.50, and their height from the ground is 1.40 to 1.70 meters. The loading capacity of these trucks is up to 30 tons, which is the combined weight of the truck and the cargo. Another truck we want to get to know in this section is the 5-axle, 18-wheel side loading truck. This model of truck is similar to cabin trucks, but it has a higher weight and volume capacity. The side doors of these trucks also open for loading and unloading, which makes the process much easier. The bed length of these trucks is 12 to 13.60 meters, their width is 2.40 to 2.50, and their height from the ground is 1.40 to 1.50. The wall height is 80 to 120 centimeters, and the loading capacity of these trucks is up to 40 tons. What is a modular trailer? Modular trailers have 3, 5, 7, 9, or 11 axles and are commonly utilized for transporting heavy and super heavy loads, and goods that are typically too large to be loaded into curtain-sided or box trucks. And finally, a bogie is a type of modular trailer that is used with more axles than normal. When we have a very heavy load, such as wind turbine blades or very heavy machinery that we want to transport with a modular trailer, a bogie is used. The heavier the load, the more axles are used. Transporting with a bogie is a very difficult and time-consuming task that requires a cohesive guidance team. Bogies usually do not move alone. A team of technical experts actually moves with it, and two vehicles, one in front and one behind the bogie, escort it and control all stages of its transport.